Crime is dropping, and crime will continue to drop regardless of what you do. This is going to come at you like a tsunami. There will be, with the technology that's happening now, things like fraud, for example. This is already on the horizon. It's already happened. It's plummeted, particularly in Canada. Fraud has dropped more so than it has anywhere in the world. That's going to be basically credit card fraud, that kind of thing is going to be a thing of the past. Just as auto theft. It's going to be harder and harder for people to steal people's property. And it's going to be at the same time, which is complicating, clearance rates have been going up, and clearance rates will continue to go up. It will be easier to solve crime. Not that, of course, as you know, there won't be all kinds of legalese that will complicate that to death. The other complication is public support is waning, and for the most part, police have been feeding into this for years. Ironically, police introduced community policing under the umbrella and bandwagon of saying that what we need to do is bring the police and the public closer together. And if you measured that out over the history of community policing, which I would say for the most part has been nothing but a cancer on policing, if you measured that out, simultaneous to that, there's been a significant decline in public attitudes towards police. And especially disappointingly, public attitudes towards police officers. People are beginning to not like you. And I would say, because I've been looking at this, doing surveys over the last 30 years, I would say in the last few years, I've noticed that one thing has changed fundamentally. We are now in a situation where most people dislike police officers in terms of certain characteristics in some jurisdictions. This is a horrible situation, and I would say again that police have just fed into that. The other complication, of course, is that, as you already know, there's no money, and complicating that is that others need money more than ever. You've already heard that the health budget is 55% of most government budgets. You ain't seen nothing yet. You know, unless we start killing off people over 80, we are going to be headed for a very bad situation. We do not have enough money for that, and we don't have enough money to fund pensions, and we don't have enough money to meet the energy requirements going into the future. We have another complication. And that is that we have no champions in police. I won't say no champions, but there's very few. We have, as I've just said, we have a dearth of leaders. It's just that simple. People have to start paying, especially leaders, have to start paying attention to that, about really what is it that people see